It's 1957, a slide slots under a microscope, frozen human artery. The tissue is streaked with pale fat that should not be there. Now open your refrigerator door, there sits the yellow tub. Margarine, engineered to look like the very thing it replaced. For 50 years, doctors told you this tub was the safe choice. Spread it, skip the butter, and protect your heart. The man at that 1957 microscope already knew the truth. The fat in those dead arteries was hiding in the tub. Nobody listened to him for the next 5 decades. So which one is really worse, margarine or butter? To understand the tub, we start with a French emperor. In 1869, Napoleon III wanted cheap fat for his army. A chemist named Willett WC won his prize. He turned beef fat into a pale, spreadable paste. He called it margarine after the Greek word for pearl. It was cheap, it lasted, and it looked like butter. Then chemistry made it even more convincing. In 1902, a German chemist patented a strange new trick. Wilhelm Norman pumped hydrogen gas through liquid vegetable oil. The runny oil turned solid, creamy, and shelf-stable. This process was called partial hydrogenation. It created a brand new kind of fat that nature never made. Trans fat, and the food industry fell in love with it. In 1911, Procter & Gamble launched Crisco from cottonseed oil. Cheaper than lard, Snow White, and it never went rancid. By mid-century, hydrogenated fat was in almost everything. Bread, cookies, fried food, and the margarine in your fridge. Then came a heart disease epidemic and a hunt for the villain. American men were dropping dead of heart attacks in record numbers. One scientist pointed the finger squarely at saturated fat. Ancel Keys argued that butter and animal fat clogged arteries. His message was simple: swap the butter for the tub. The American Heart Association agreed and told the nation to switch. Margarine became the heart-healthy hero of the American kitchen. But one biochemist in Illinois was staring at the tissue itself. Fred Kummerow autopsied people who had died of heart attacks. He examined the fat actually lodged inside their artery walls. What he found did not match the official story at all. The plaque was loaded with artificial trans fat, not butter fat. In 1957, he published it in the journal Circulation. Trans fat from hydrogenated oil was building in human arteries. It was a direct warning about the very product being promoted. And the response was near total silence. The saturated fat theory was winning, and Kummerow did not fit it. Funding dried up, his warnings were brushed aside for decades. He fed the fat to animals and watched their arteries harden. Still the tub sold, stamped with heart-healthy claims. Then in the 1990s, the evidence finally caught up to him. At Harvard, Walter Willett tracked thousands of nurses for years. The nurses' health study found trans fat raised heart disease risk. Trans fat lifted bad cholesterol and lowered the good kind. Worse gram for gram than the saturated fat everyone feared. Here is the twist: the heart-safe swap was the actual poison. Butter was never the deadliest fat in your kitchen, the tub was. Kummerow refused to let it go, even in his 90s. In 2013, at age 99, he sued the FDA directly. He demanded they finally ban partially hydrogenated oils. 2 years later, in 2015, the FDA agreed with him. Artificial trans fat was ruled unsafe in the food supply. Fred Kummerow died in 2017 at 102. He had been right since a 1957 slide nobody wanted to see. Today's margarine is reformulated, mostly free of those old trans fats. So the honest answer is, it depends on what you buy. Next time you reach for the tub, read the label first.